In this segment, we will show you how to attach the engine, the hose assembly, and the hitch plate to the assembly. The hardware pieces in this segment are taken from the cart hardware pieces. First, to help with the assembly of the engine, you may want to support the rear tongue with a block of wood placed under the tongue. Now, take the engine, Part 3, and attach the engine mounting plate brackets to the tongues. Use 2 hex bolts, Part B, to secure the back holes to the tongue, and use 2 hex bolts, Part E, in the holes in the front tongue. Secure all 4 of the bolts using 4 nylock nuts, Part N. Next, take the plastic elbow, Part 8, and attach it to the top of the engine housing. You will use 4 self-tapping hex bolts, Part G, and nylon washers, Part P. Place the washers onto the bolts, and then insert them through the holes in the side of the elbow to secure it to the top of the engine housing. Push in on the hex bolts as you tighten the bolts to form threads. Now connect the hose adapter, Part 4, to the side of the engine housing using 3 wing nuts, Part W, secured to the bolts that are pre-assembled on the engine housing. Next, position the hose hanger rod, Part 18, so that the end extends down into the hose hanger bracket on the impeller housing assembly of the engine. Then take the hose, Part 12, and place one of the hose clamps, Part 9, onto the end of it. Push the end of the hose with the clamp onto the nozzle of the hose adapter. Tighten the hose clamp onto the hose and hose adapter, but take care that you do not collapse the hose adapter when you are tightening the clamp. You can set aside the second hose clamp to use later in the assembly of the deck adapter. Now take the 25-inch tarp strap, Part 17, and loop it under the hose. Then place the hooks on the ends of the tarp strap around the hose hanger rod. Next, note that you are provided with a hitch plate, Part 13, to use on your tractor hitch if you need it. If your tractor has a square or straight hitch frame, you should attach the hitch plate to the tractor hitch to help prevent binding. You may also use the hitch plate if your tractor has a lightweight hitch frame that needs reinforcing for secure towing. If you decide that you want to use the hitch plate, use a hex bolt, Part C, to secure the hitch plate to your tractor's hitch frame. Secure the bolt under the hitch using first a flat washer, Part S, and then a nylock nut, Part O.